These would be easy and quick if you want to follow along. I'm just using these premium watercolor pads I got at Hobby Lobby and just tape them down to this so we will have a white border on the edge when I'm done. And then we'll just see how that turns out. I put some cat treats up here, hoping to lure a cat to hang out with us, but they are suspicious and in other rooms right now. And purple is my favorite color, so today we'll be using purple, black, and white. And I'm just going to keep this simple. I had a birthday recently, which is why I am painting these cards. So these would be nice handmade cards for the people who gave me gifts. So that one's a little dark. I just have to add some more white in. I really like how this purple looks with the white. Right now we're just doing background, and all the cards are going to family members that know that purple is my favorite color, so they will not be surprised to be getting a purple card. And this is, since it's watercolor paper, but I'm using acrylic paint. If I didn't tape it down, like if I was doing this at a table, it tends to curl the paper when it dries. So obviously I have it like this so you guys can watch me paint, but even if I didn't have it attached to this board, I would still have to tape it down. But sometimes I don't always tape it down to make a border. Sometimes I just put tape on the back and stick it to the board, especially if I'm seated. I think that's coming out okay. I just feel like this paper absorbs more paint than like the canvas panels that I usually use for paintings. Okay, so now I don't like having the white showing through. So I'm just going to add in more paint. And this could be like a purple sunset maybe, or just a purple background. Just something quick to make a homemade thank you card. Now for homemade cards, you could even use like craft paint for this. Like, it doesn't have to be like expensive paint. And once you have the stuff, making your own can be cheaper than buying a thank you card. Even like if you get them at the dollar store, those might be cheaper. If you get like a pack of 10 thank you cards for $1.25, like I don't know how that comes out compared to the cost of the paint. I don't know if that looks too dark. And all these cards will have a cat added to them because I like cats a lot. And see how that's still, I know it's kind of hard to see probably from back there. Like it still has like the white paper coming through, so I'm just going to add on more paint. Okay. And you could use whatever color you wanted for this. It's just do a background, and then I'm just going to paint on the words thank you or thanks and a cat into each square. I might try to make them each look a little bit different since they are hand painted after all. Let's see, maybe I should be using a different brush. I really don't want to see that white paper coming through it at all. Okay, that one looks okay, I think. I'm sorry for putting my head in front. It's just with the glare, I need to see that. I'm going to try a different brush to knock out these last three a little bit faster. Let's see. Maybe I'll just use the big brush to see if it goes super fast to do the other three. I might need some more white paint though. This is also paint I think I got at Hobby Lobby. My little cart is right out of view. Maybe someday I'll have a better camera set up so you can see everything. I'm going to try, I don't know how this is going to work out, getting these wet first and see if that makes a difference. We'll just do a little test here on the fly. Just because this paper is made for watercolor, I think it's pretty absorbent. Let's see. Then we can put on the purple paint. So I'm just dabbing in white and then dabbing in the purple, and just we'll see how it comes out. I think that is covering faster and more completely, having that water on the card first. So you could try that if you're doing that at home if you want. Up to you, of course, how you do yours. See, that one's a little bit darker. I think on the next one I'll use more white and less purple. Yeah, I like how this comes out, this shade. I'm sorry for saying I have to remember to keep talking because I think some people will like my videos because of my naturally calm voice. Okay, so that was much faster. Use this brush. I think I'm just going to lighten this up a little bit too while it's still wet. Just make it not quite so dark. See if I can mix in a little bit of white on top. Yeah. So I like purple, but I think for a thank you card, it doesn't need to be super dark. And then there we go. They're kind of going to be different shades here. And just do the last one. Here we go. And this one will be a slightly different shade. So it's kind of like, sometimes you could buy a box set of cards. There'll be like 4 patterns in the box or 5. But in this case, it's just a set of 4. And they'll each be slightly different. Okay. You have to remember that the water in the back worked out better for covering the paper. As you can see, like this is getting a little pulling away from the board already. Whoop. And that's because of the, I think it like wants to shrink up once it gets wet and starts to dry. Maybe. I don't know if I have that science quite right. feel free to fact check that. It will not hurt my feelings. Okay, so now we have the background done. And then this holds a lot of paint, or a lot of water, this big brush. It's going to dry that a little bit, and I'm using this towel just so I'm not using so many paper towels. Okay, now we're going to do the words, the thank you lettering, and I think I'll do that in white on these darker purple ones. You can just use whatever colors you think work nicely together. And like I try to center the words when I make cards. And capital letters are easier for me than lowercase. But you can do your letters however you feel comfortable. I think the key point is making sure you spell thank you correctly. I kind of like how you can still see some purple coming through. This is also my first time to make cards in batches. When I've done them before, I've just done them one at a time. Okay, so that's, it's okay if it's not perfect, it's handmade. Maybe this one we'll just do try to do a diagonal thanks. See if that looks any better. Now usually for thank you notes, I like to write them within a few days of getting the gifts, but this time it's been a little bit longer, and that's okay. The important lesson is that it's not too late to write a thank you note after a week or even 2 weeks. If you want to write one, do it. And I bought envelopes on Amazon that were a big box of 500 or 100 or something like that were not expensive, because when you buy this, it doesn't come with envelopes, because it doesn't say it's for cards, just to make small paintings. Okay, I think that looks okay. We'll be really excited and put an exclamation point with that one. How does that look? Maybe I'll do white for all the words, and then we'll do the cat in black on each card. Now you don't have to add a cat to your cards. If you're painting, you can just do the word thanks or add your own little design. Just keep it as simple as you want, or you can make it more complicated if you want, depending on your skill level. Just do what feels comfortable for you. But what I'm doing right now is probably the easiest way. Just the word thank you or thanks. And then once these are dry, I will write a handwritten note on the back too, for what the gifts were. And that makes it for a good thank you note if you say in your thank you note what you're thanking them for. If you just say thank you for the gift, and they might wonder if you remember what they gave you, which sometimes if you had a big party, you might not remember who gave you what gift. So thank you for the gift, and acknowledging that they gave you something is still okay. And then I'm just going to add some cloud streaks to this one. But I don't know if it really looks like clouds now that I did it. It might not have been my best idea. I was going to add some more purple in. It might not look like a cloud. It could just be a matter of interpretation, though, which it often is with art anyway. I think clouds are hard to paint usually. That's still a skill I'm practicing. So we'll just leave it like that for now. And then we'll do this last one. I'm just doing block letters too because they're easier. You know, some artists I'm sure can do like fancy calligraphy words. That is not a skill I have right now. So this is what we're doing. And I think the letters got bigger as I went on this one, which is just all a part of making handmade cards. They can all be a little different. Thank you. Sometimes like circles are hard to actually come out with circles, but it's like if you were actually handwriting a O, it's probably not going to be perfect anyway. I think most people probably can't handwrite a perfect O that's a perfect circle. And then just to make this one look different, I think I'll just underline the words. Now, does that make it look fancier? I don't know. I can do a little wisps, turn up at the end. Okay. Now we're up to my favorite part of painting, which is adding the cat. Because cats are my favorite. As you can see, no cat has appeared on the shelf. I promise you that I do have cats. So I'm not going to overthink this too much. I'm just going to add some cats. And this is just going to be like a silhouette. So, like, it doesn't have to, like, make sense for why this cat is on the card. It's just there because I like cats. Whoop, see? Now that cat's going to get bigger. So I want the ears to look right. There. And then we'll put one here. Maybe we'll do a bigger cat, maybe like laying on the bottom of the card. And that's going to have that strip there. So hopefully that will work out okay. Whoop. Boop. Okay. Let's have this one be like laying down. So we'll see. And when I'm done, like when this is dry, I'll make a short video of taking them off so you can see what they look like that way. Okay. I don't know how that really looks. I suppose it looks like a bigger cat. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay. See, once again, because of the ears, the cat is getting bigger. But that's okay. The cats are pretty cute too. As long as they're not like morbidly obese, like a little chunky. Whoa. It's kind of getting out of control here. I mean, at some point I'll just have to stop making the ears bigger. There. Now we have a large cat on this card. And I was just looking down at my paper with the paint on it, and I have a lot of leftover paint, I can tell already. But with how this is set up, it'd be hard just to do another painting quick. So maybe these pictures will get additional cats. We'll see. Or I'll just cut my losses. It's just a lot of leftover purple. And the purple paint that I like is kind of expensive. Like it's a more expensive brand. So I'm still getting better at getting the right amount of paint out. So just making like 2 triangles for the cat ears. And this one's just going to have to be, I forgot about the border there. Let's just see. This is looking a little sketch, this cat. But we'll just keep working on it until it looks a little more cat-like. And now see, the ears are getting huge again. So we'll just try to, there. Now how cats usually have like a round, like it looks round between their ears if you look at them from behind while they're sitting. I mean, I suppose some people might think, oh, is that a rabbit? I don't know. It's just have to get the angles right. And then I think that looks okay. Now I'm going to try to do another cat on the other side to even out this card. And we'll just see if I can do them about the same. Sometimes doing symmetry can be hard too. But really, like most things, it's just getting in practice reps, which that's one of the things I'm doing on my channel is practicing painting. And since I learned that people find my type of voice soothing, or some people do, I thought, well, I'll just record and talk while I'm painting, and maybe I'll help someone paint or help someone relax. If you want to tell me why you're watching in a comment, that would be fine too. And if you made it this far, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, because that will help my channel get seen by more people and help it grow. And of course, liking and subscribing is a free action you can take to support this channel. Ooh, that paint got a little goopy there. We'll just make this head a little bit bigger. No, that was a mistake. That looks no longer like a cat. So we'll have to see what to do about this. I am just trying my best here. This is a big cat. And sometimes I just have to stop messing with it. Like, that looks so uneven. That looks better. That looks somewhat better. Now we could just say this cat has the ear tip. I'm going to try to make it look. Oh no. Okay. We'll just have to say that's okay. I think people will be happy. Whoa. This is getting crazy, trying to fix my mistakes. Sometimes you just have to cut your loss. And just have one stroke that goes sideways. But on your painting, like you don't want to add cats, you can just keep it super simple and just write thank you on the card. I think that's going to have to be good enough, because that was getting a little stressful. And my floor is squeaking. I don't know if you can hear that. Hardwood floors that are old in this room. So now where to put the cat? We're just going to try to put one here. And hopefully it does not get crazy like the last one. Do some nice ears. And then connect them. And then I think maybe this one has bigger cheeks than the others. Or is like looking that way. I don't know. We'll just get this body part filled in. And then go from there. Okay. And really it should be looking at the thank you. So we're just going to even that out a little bit. And there we have it. 4 thank you cards that were pretty easy. Except for the cats, but you don't have to do cats. You can just do the word thank you. And I'll let these dry overnight. And I will peel them off tomorrow and write handwritten thank you notes to people. This was pretty easy, I think. Let's do a background and then paint on the words thank you. Or if you want to add a little simple design, maybe you could do flowers or something like that. Just something simple. But just if you just want to do a very simple hand-painted thank you card, a background and the words thank you or thanks is all you need. Just thinking, should I add flowers? Like maybe I'll add a purple flower to show you what I mean about flowers. So I'm just going to add just to keep the color the same. And I don't feel like getting out green. We're just going to use white stems and then make purple little flowers. Nice and simple. And it makes this card a little bit more unique than the others. All 4 cards are going to different houses, so I don't think they will get compared, but you never know. Like, the family members could see them if they visit the other family member. And then they'll say, oh, I got a purple thank you card from Heidi too. Oh, I need some more white. There we go. That cat looks ridiculously big to me still, but it is what it is. And that's how art is sometimes, especially as you're learning. So that's okay. Thank you again for watching. Thank you. I appreciate your support, and please subscribe and like the channel. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.